He hit me in the face once, and then I just lost my... Like, I really don't like hurting people. He was gonna hurt me if I didn't stop him.
Apparently he was like kicking him and like all of this like extra shit. Do you think that's a little extreme? It's not a little extreme, it's a lot extreme.
Y'all about to lock me up.
This is Christian Hillman. Just a few hours prior to this interrogation footage, he was arrested for brutally knocking out a 64-year-old man.
What I'm sitting here listening to while I'm sitting here in my chair is listening to a kid who thinks that he's just talking with two guys instead of understanding the gravity of why he's sitting in this room. And you need to grow up, young man.
Is that who the I am?
Unbeknownst to Christian, at the time this interview took place, McFarland was fighting for his life in a hospital, and Christian's life was about to change forever.
They have me shackled to the floor. I am not violent. I have no weapons.
They took your boots.
They took my boots? What boots?
The blue ones, because they had torn all over up.
In fall 2016 in southern Kent County, 18-year-old Christian Hillman had been riding his dirt bike on a wet evening when he got into a confrontation with 64 years old William McFarland along Whitneyville Avenue. The conflict then escalated, and they both pulled into a church parking lot. And it was here where Christian would make the worst decision of his entire life and ended up leaving the old McFarland knocked unconscious on the floor before scurrying home. What he didn't realize was that the attack had been witnessed. Police officers soon arrived at the scene after those same witnesses called 911, and after not much searching, they located Christian and brought him from his house to the police station. Meanwhile, William was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The majority of this footage was recently released and has never been seen before.
So were you home all night tonight?
No.
Okay.
I got home for a little while, and, you know, like, I live way out in the country.
Sure.
So, like, basically out there, like, I've seen police officers out there. I remember riding my dirt bike down the road. They just waved to me and everything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's so far out in the country. Everybody rides dirt bikes out there.
Right.
But now to get to the actual story of what happened tonight, me and my buddies, we were riding, and all of a sudden, this guy in this truck just pulled up behind me, and he started...
You were on what? What were you driving?
What was I driving?
Yeah.
I was driving the TCR 230.
Okay.
You gotta look that bike up, nice man.
I will.
It's nice, man. But anyhow, the guy in the truck pulled up behind me. He started blaring his horn at me, and I had no idea why.
Let me ask you this: where were you at when you were riding? This guy pulled up behind you. Where were you at?
Well, I don't know if you guys know the area.
I do. I used to work years ago when I worked the street. I used to work there.
Oh yeah, for sure. But do you know like 52nd at Whitneyville?
I know where 52nd, where the railroad tracks are there.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
You're an OG, bro.
An innocent suspect in Christian's place would be anxious, wondering about the outcome of the interrogation, whereas our reckless suspect is seemingly unbothered as he brags about the vehicles he owns and tries his best to paint a good picture of himself. Suspects often do this when they're accused of a violent crime in order to trick others into believing that they would never dare to hurt anyone.
Right a few houses. Now, the police already stopped by my house today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Some detectives.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I was really mad at my mom, though, because she just let them right in the house and everything.
Okay.
I wasn't there.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know nothing about that. I don't know why that would be, but...
Yeah, I was frankly irritated with that.
Was that before this incident or after?
After.
Oh, after the incident. Okay, I thought you meant earlier in the day. All right, let's get with it. So you're 52nd and Whitneyville area.
Yeah.
You're on the dirt bike. ATV?
Yes.
Okay. And some guy in a truck. What does the truck look like?
I think it was a Chevy Silverado, and I think it was black as well. But anyhow,
he pulls up behind you.
Yeah, he pulled up behind me, and it's more for like people who ride motorcycles. If people are tailgating someone on a motorcycle, one slip up and you're dead because that next car is going to run you over.
Right.
So I kept stopping and I kept asking, like, hey, what are you doing?
By answering in this vague way, we could think that Christian seems to be trying his best to dissuade the officers and avoid any direct confrontation. The detectives, however, have noticed this and are quick to redirect him back to the interrogation.
What do you mean you stop and ask Like you talk to him, or you're just kind of giving emotions?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, what are you doing? She was trying, like, he wouldn't go by me. He just kept riding my ass. So, basically, I stopped for a second, and he started getting all mad and getting out of the car and everything. And I was like, well, I don't want trouble. And he put his hands around my neck. And there was a thorough ass beating after that.
Okay.
Honestly, I feel like I was in self-defense, though.
You feel like what?
Self-defense, though, because he really did attack me first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what did I do?
Oh, no, he was already down the street. He didn't see it happen, but he pulled right up at the last second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he really didn't witness anything, as a matter of fact.
Despite the officer's attempts, Christian is careful with his words and seems to have thought of everything, leaving no loopholes. From his point of view, he's an innocent victim to what would have been a terrible accident due to road raging, but that shocking behavior doesn't end here.
Who else was with you guys?
It
There
was,
was 3 of you.
it was like, and then my friend came and picked us up, and then he
Driving, riding.
what was he what?
The witnesses saw 3 people on ATVs and dirt bikes. So
There was only 2 of us.
okay. Witnesses saw 3. So, like,
He's a good dude, you know.
what does he look like? Is he a black guy, white guy?
Real quick. Is like, how do I explain him? He's a white dude, got really long hair.
Okay.
Like, I just want you guys to know that he had absolutely nothing to do with
That's
this.
fine. Look, I wasn't there, man. So, he has really long hair.
Yeah.
What color?
It's like darker brown.
Okay.
Is he taller than you, shorter?
I mean, not by like a really long ways, but. Can I put these handcuffs on?
No, you don't.
Alright.
Those aren't handcuffs. Those are ankle cuffs. You go around your ankle.
Hell yeah.
So you're riding the ATV. This truck pulls up behind you, and it's just kind of following.
Yeah, like he turned his brights on. He tried to run me off the road. Like it's a small dirt bike. He pulled up the side and he started pushing me off to the side of the road. Like I almost crashed a couple times, and that's when I was starting to get irritated because I mean that's just disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had lights,
Mm-hmm.
and he clearly could see that I had lights, but like I don't know what he was so.
So was it already dark at this point?
Yes.
It was dark out.
Yeah. And he basically what happened is I asked him like, why are you following me? Like why are you? Cause I pulled over into a church parking lot to let him go by, and he stopped. And then I honestly think he was intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
Because he got out and he was slurring his words and everything.
According to Christian, he was acting in self-defense, and he shouldn't be punished for it. But what he doesn't know is that police are searching his house at the time of this interview, and steel-toed boots of his were found covered in blood, which tells us that what happened wasn't just self-defense, as he claims.
I pulled over, and you said he got out of the truck?
Yeah, he got out of the truck, and he was like, what are you going to do? And I
What
was,
does this guy look like? Is he, like, young dude, or?
no, he was like maybe 35, 40.
Okay.
And he got out of the car and he put
Big guy or small guy?
Oh, he was a big dude, but he got out of the car and he put his hands around my neck like he was trying to strangle me.
Did he say anything?
Yeah, he was talking a lot of stuff.
Was anyone around besides you?
Oh yeah, some other people pulled up.
Who pulled up?
I have no idea who those people were. They were just bystanders.
Did they say anything, or?
Not really. They just looked.
They saw him put his hands around your neck?
Who could have put?
Okay. But these bystanders, I mean, up after everything was over.
Yeah.
You said he wasn't involved in the beatdown, so how would he see when he put his hands around your neck?
Well, he was there at first, but as soon as the fight started, that's when he wanted to shoot out.
Okay. So he puts his hands around your neck, and
Like,
you...
it was like a really hard, it wasn't just like a play thing. He was trying to strangle me.
And then what did you do?
Well, like I used to be an ex-heavyweight boxer. So he hit me in the face once, and then I just lost my...
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like, I really feel bad about it.
No.
Like, I really don't like resorting to violence. Like, I hate violence, man.
Sure.
But I just lost my temper.
Okay. Well, what did you do? I mean, you lost your temper. Did you yell at him? Did you spit on him? I don't know what that means. I wasn't there. So you lost your temper. What did you do? Explain the beatdown. What was the beatdown?
Well, basically, he tried to pick me up. He was like, "Oh, you," I can guarantee you he was intoxicated.
Okay.
And he got out of the car and he was like, what are you gonna do? Tried to put his hands on my neck and everything, grab my neck. So I got him off me and I hit him in the face a few times. He started to like stumble down.
With what?
With what?
What'd you hit him with?
My hands.
Okay.
And then basically after that, I kept hitting him and I was telling him to please stay down before I have to hurt you more. Like, so I really don't like hurting people, but he was going to hurt me if I didn't stop it.
Okay.
So I just had to completely make sure like he was immobilized, he couldn't hurt me, he couldn't hurt my friends.
Your friends. Who's your friends?
Just if one of my boys would have pulled up, like I don't want him freaking out at him either. Like I caused the situation. I take like full responsibility for my actions.
Mm-hmm. So all you did was punch him, and when he was on the ground, you kept punching him.
Yeah.
That's all? Were you punching him in the face, in the foot, in the arm? I don't... Where was you hitting him?
Well, I kind of lost control for a second, to be honest with you, officer.
Okay.
But like I said,
So then, it sounds like you gave him a beatdown, is the way you described it, right?
Yeah.
And then how did it end? What happened at the end?
Well, he was just laying there. Because I really knocked him out cold because I didn't want him to get back up.
But that isn't the only incriminating evidence that was found against Christian. One of Christian's friends who had been with him had taken a picture of Christian after the altercation and posted it on social media. This picture may very well be used to prove that Christian acted out in anger and without hesitation used the incident as an opportunity to brag about his tough persona. Despite trying his best to maintain his innocence, the cracks in Christian's personality start to show.
So you guys do the beatdown, or you do the beatdown, and you go back to your place?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what was Ryan riding? What was his bike or ATV? What was he riding?
Oh, he wasn't on an ATV.
What was he riding with?
He was in a Jeep.
Okay. He's in a Jeep. Okay. So you guys go back to your house. And then what happened? Was your people at home at your house when you went back there?
We just got back and we just hung out for a little bit.
You said you contemplated and talked about what happened. What were you guys talking about?
And what?
You said that after he was gurgling, the guy was gurgling, and you guys left, got out of there. And you contemplated on what had took place. What were you guys talking about?
Like afterward?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. We're just trying to forget about it. Like I lost my temper. I really hate being angry.
Sure.
Like, it's one of the worst things, the worst feelings, but...
What, how long, so what time is it by now, do you know?
Right now?
No, when this incident happened and when you left and got back home.
Oh, man. What time is it right now?
It's like 1 in the morning now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, 1:20.
Man. I'm surprised you guys are still up at this time, to be honest.
What time did you guys get back from after riding? Do you know? I don't know, you don't know.
Oh, like, no, right after all that stuff happened, we rode.
Do you know what time all that took place or no?
Oh, I was riding my bike, so I didn't really have time to look at my phone.
So then where do you put these bikes and ATV, and where did you put them? In the shed, or where did you put them?
Oh, they're in my garage.
Okay. So then you put those in the garage, and then what did you guys do?
Just same thing as usual. We'll just shut the garage door, shut the ATV and the dirt bike in there. Then went inside, smoked a couple cigarettes.
After the altercation, Christian and his friends proceeded to his house, nonchalant about the victim he just abused. From his words, you can discern that he was least bothered about calling 911 for Williams, who laid unconscious in the parking lot. It brings to question the actions of Christian's friends. Surely there must be an acceptable answer as to why, instead of calling the police, they decided to go along with Christian to have fun. Were they afraid of what Christian was going to do? Had they not taken his side? Is there more to the story than Christian is letting on? All these questions are answered when later that day, officers talked to 2 of Christian's friends, who were a witness to his crime.
Yeah, I drove in like LVS and drug a bill on one of them and stuff like that, just to goof around.
Sure.
And then we were like, all right, let's just go dirt bike some more because it's getting way too dark. And then that. Yeah, but we were like, he's probably gonna be there soon. So he jetted off. I got on, we jetted off. Hat flew off, put it back on, and I couldn't find it. So I was like, he's probably right up here waiting for me, because I could see like the blinking light for like the 4-way stop. So I get up there, and he's nowhere to be seen, and I'm like, oh. So I go, okay, you know, like, so I go left. Go left for about maybe half a mile, and couldn't find him again. So I'm like, gotta turn around. He's gonna be back there somewhere. So I turn around and I call him. I'm like, yo, Christian, where are you? No, first and I'm like, we're still out dirt biking, dude. I need to find Christian before we head back, because I don't know where I am. And he's like, all right, bro. Well, where are you back? Because I'm Hank. I'm like, all right, hang up. Call Christian. Doesn't answer. Put my phone in my pocket. I'm like, looking both ways. I get a call from Christian. All I hear is like frantic, like moving and stuff like that. And I'm like, Christian, are you still driving? Like, stop. Like, answer your phone. And he's like, this dude's unconscious. I was like, what? This dude's unconscious. So I'm like, what? So I pull up some more, and I see this like truck with its, hazards going off. I'm like, what the f? So I pull up.
So let me ask you this. So you're on the phone with Christian as this is going on?
Yeah.
Okay, so you call him, he answers, he says this dude's unconscious.
And I was like, what? And then I hung up, and I put it in my pocket, pulled up to see where he was, because then it was just like a bunch of like muffling. It sounded like he was going like this.
The friend, as he tells us, is in for quite a shock when he arrives at the scene of the altercation. Sure, he had known Christian to be a troublemaker, but even that has its limits, for the Christian he knew for years was about to become a completely unknown person.
Like annoying as hell, so pull up. And I finally saw the truck, so I pulled up, and he was like right there, and this dude's like laying there unconscious, and I'm like, dude! And he's like, dude, he choked me. And I was like, what? And I was like, we need to go, bro. You just knocked him out. Let's go, bro. And he's like, all right, bro, let's go. And he was like trying to like pick up his dirt bike, and like people started showing up, and he started like talking to all these people and everything. And I was just like sitting on the ATV like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. And then he got on, and we just jetted back to his crib.
Okay. So you get back to his house.
Yeah.
Pull these things in the garage, and then what'd you guys do?
And then we sat for about maybe an hour, smoked some cigarettes. Ate a little bit of food. And then when we were like, I'm going to go back to my house. We're like, sure. Go back to my house.
Okay. So what'd you guys talk about it? I mean, very dramatic story.
Yeah.
Very animated on what happened there. And then you're telling them, like, yeah, they went to the house, ate, smoked, and that was it. I mean, I gotta imagine this is a pretty traumatic event.
Yeah,
you
it was-
guys
it
are
was-
sitting talking about what happened.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Christian said that he was driving and the guy like got really close to the back of him, and he's always told me that it's like scary when someone gets to really close to the back of you on like a two-wheeler. Like it's so they touch that back wheel, you're gonna fall. So he starts pulling over and the guy pulled over with him, and I believe him in that part because his bike was parked right in front of his truck, and I'm like, so I was like, all right, whatever. And then, so Christian gets off the bike, and the guy must have gotten out of the car, too, and Christian said he laid hands on him, and Christian just beat the shit out of him. And he said it was complete self-defense. Like, I've known Christian for a while now.
You know what self-defense is?
I mean, it's like when someone, like, attacks you and you use, like, I would say, I guess a little bit.
Did that sound like this scenario?
As badly as he was hurting, I couldn't tell you.
Honestly, as badly as he was hurting, do you think this is self-defense?
No.
Okay. Why?
Because
You went to, besides going to Grand Rapids Christian, you seem like you've been in the streets. You got friends who's in the streets. You seem like an intelligent young dude, right? So.
This is in a severe condition. Like,
Sure.
like punching someone in the face and knocking them out's one thing, and or pushing someone out of the way or something like that.
And then doing what? After you push him out of the way, you get the hell out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But apparently he was like kicking him and shit, and like all of this like extra shit. I was just like,
Do you think that's a little extreme?
it's not a little extreme. It's a lot extreme. Like.
Sure.
I was knocked out at a party once, and the guy slammed my head in the cement, gave me a concussion.
Right.
Like, I don't like fighting.
No, and I'm just going based on Christian's story that this guy came and grabbed his neck.
The other friend, who was also a witness to the crime, would surprisingly agree that Christian's actions, provoked or unprovoked, had gone too far. And unlike Christian, his friends seemed to show more empathy and emotion towards the victim.
Were you there when he took that picture?
Yes.
Okay.
It was on his porch.
Do you know why he had him take his picture?
No.
Did he ask him to take his picture?
No.
Did Christian ask him to take it?
No. I'm not really sure. Like, the picture was just taken. I think he just didn't even say anything, just took the picture.
Okay. Did you take any pictures of him?
No.
No?
I just want to forget that. Like, I didn't want any pictures of it.
You said you have not had any contact with Christian since?
Nope.
Via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, these are all things we can check.
Yep.
No contact with
No
him?
contact.
Okay.
Don't even have his number.
So you're mainly...
But I think I had some information that wasn't mentioned through all of this.
Uncontrolled anger in the heat of the moment still doesn't explain why Christian did what he did. That is, until one of his friends offers a plausible explanation.
How do you know that?
He told me.
So Christian told you he was on...
2 bars of Xanax.
Anything else?
And then I witnessed him take 2 more that night when I told him not to. So when he came in this office, that means he was on it.
Oh, he was tripping when he was here.
Yeah.
That was clear.
I think that's what started the fight.
Was
He felt like he was invincible because he was on Xanax.
Xanax. You ever taken it?
You know.
I'm just wondering, I've never taken it either, I'm just wondering what it does, what it makes you feel like.
I heard it makes you like mellow and like, but in
Clearly,
his case, it didn't.
clearly he was not mellow.
Right.
It made him violent. It's just sad. Anything else?
No.
No.
Christian's supposed drug use would explain his erratic behavior throughout the interrogation, and it would also explain his heinous crime. But in these types of situations, friends of the accused or witnesses can say anything that would help their friends escape. That is why everything's always taken with precaution. As for Christian, his anger got out of control, and now he must pay the consequences of it. And so the detectives inquire about the details of that fateful evening.
Y'all about to lock me up.
No. Well, we need you to be completely honest with everything.
Oh, I'm being completely honest with you guys.
Okay. Not being completely honest with everything. Okay. And I don't want to appreciate you trying to come up with a story that it was self-defense and this guy grabbed me by the neck, and I don't have the forms with me. But do you realize there was an event at the church when this whole thing took place? You were so angry you did not realize who was around. who's watching, who's listening. So, you know, what I said earlier, and I know you're concerned, you said, you know, I don't want to go, you got to be honest, okay? And I'm not yelling, screaming, I'm being just giving you the straight up.
You're being cool, bro.
I'm just, you got to be honest. You know,
like,
I've done this job way too long to know, one, you're not giving us certain names because I think this might be your boy, you don't want to tell on your boy, blah, blah, blah. We're going to find out. So that's not going to help you out when we find. Or if it was another couple guys, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But the thing is, you're not being 100% honest, okay? Because there's two sides to the story, okay? One is yours. 2 and 3 is your buddies. 4 is the victim. So then you kind of look, all right, is the victim story going to match up to your story? But in this case, it's easy because we can take your story out and the victim's story out, and we can talk to witnesses who don't know you and don't know the victim. So for a case like this, it's simple. I mean, we just talk to the witness. What'd you see? What'd you hear? Who did what? Who did what next? It's better than catching it on video because you have witnesses who don't even know you and don't know. It's different if I say, Christian, yeah, we got 2 witnesses. Well, who are they? Well, it's the victim's cousins. Well, then that doesn't make sense. Of course, they're going to say, you did this. These are church folks just leaving a church, driving off, and witness this whole thing go down. And you guys didn't realize that they're standing watching this thing go down. They watched what you did, what you guys did. They heard what was said and what happened, and that's how we ended up there, is because they were the ones that called 911.
No, understandable.
So your story is not even close to what these witnesses, these poor folks, saw. It's not true.
Can I get an attorney in here?
What's that?
Can I get an attorney in here?
It's up to you.
I'd like one right now. Okay.
At the beginning of any interrogation, detectives read out the rights to a suspect. Christian has the right to stay silent, but unfortunately does not have the ability, as we can see. And because he finally asked for an attorney, the detectives are left with no option but to leave the room and end the interrogation. But because throughout the interrogation, Christian addressed the detectives as bros, thinking he earned the right to be friendly and disrespectful with them, he is in for a well-deserved surprise.
We're going to put these.
Oh, hell yeah. I never had these on before.
Yeah, you're gonna have them on now.
Do you think that's cool,
What's cool?
having those on?
No, it's just a new experience.
Okay.
But I mean, you almost like think it's like cool. Do you think it's cool to be here right now?
I mean, no, I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's cool somebody put their hands on my neck too and threaten me.
Okay.
That's not cool.
But here's the other thing I want you to realize, okay? You asked for an attorney, so I'm not asking you any questions. I'm just going to talk for a second.
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
All right? How old are you?
Yeah.
Okay? And you walked up in here, and you're talking to my partner, calling him bro. He's over twice your age. You should be calling him sir.
I did call
What I'm sitting here listening to, while I'm sitting here in my chair, is listening to a kid who thinks that he's just talking with 2 guys instead of understanding the gravity of why he's sitting in this room. Okay? Old. And you need to grow up, young man.
Sir, can you please stop raising your voice?
No, I will not, because you know what? You are not going to tell me what to do. Do you understand?
I will file a complaint on
Go ahead, do it. Go ahead. Go give me my
fucking lawyer. You think this
really? Go do it. You see what I mean? Huh? Sitting there calling me a nigger?
I never even called
One of my partners here?
I never even called you a bro.
Really? What did you just say? That's your problem. That's why you don't understand the gravity of why you're sitting in this chair at 1:30 in the morning, because you're a kid who thinks he's a tough guy. And you want us to sit there and believe that you're just driving down the road on your ATV and this guy's honking his horn and you didn't do nothing wrong? You got an attitude, and it shows by the way you're talking to my partner in the
He was
interview.
a 6-year-old man.
And he also put his hands around
Okay, okay. So you're going to say that to all these other witnesses that saw what happened. And when we talk to your boys, I guarantee you their story isn't going to be the same. Oh, because they're going to look out for themselves.
Because they're not going to tell you shit.
Okay, okay. And when we get all the evidence out of your garage and everything else, it's all right.
Y'all got a warrant?
We're doing a search warrant at your house right now.
Oh, you are, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, we'll get my attorney in here
You
right
have
now.
no idea who you're playing with.
Yep.
Oh, believe me, I do.
So the
But,
ATV, the bike is coming out of the garage right now, the blood all in the garage, everything. We have it all.
There's no blood in the garage, cuz.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You slipped up, buddy.
You got a lot growing up on you.
Not as smart as you.
Give me an
We're not
attorney.
bringing an attorney in here.
Oh, yeah, really?
Okay.
Tell us who the f*** y'all.
Go ahead. We're not
I have the right to an attorney.
You do
We're
get
not
in here right now,
you.
and you can get
And
one.
when you go over to the jail, and then you can call and get an attorney. Okay?
What the f*** am I going to jail
You'll
for?
find out.
Find out.
Big tough guy.
You're a
You'll
tough
find
guy.
out.
You know all the answers, bro.
Y'all some assholes, bro.
Christian's behavior and actions show he is completely out of touch with reality, and it's this choice of his that has eventually landed him in trouble. 20 minutes later, in an attempt to get Christian to talk again, detectives come back to the interrogation room to let him know something that will eventually cause his downfall.
We're doing a search warrant at your house right now. So my boss is out there at the house. I got a search warrant. Magistrate signed it. So
But I got nothing to hide in my house, man.
I know. I hear you. But I'm just letting you know what's going on. I mean, I don't want you to think that I'm doing anything. I'm not making
Oh, no,
this stuff
yeah.
up.
Yeah, you keep it on 100, bro.
And you know, there is blood inside of that garage. And
In my garage?
Chris, okay. I don't know what other way to tell you, man. I'm not making this up. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I know you're not making it up. You're a cop.
Inside
You're
of
a
your
cop.
garage, yes. There's blood inside of your garage. Okay? So, that's what we're dealing with right now.
Okay.
And we're in the process of finding.
Thanks, man.
Okay?
Oh, yeah, I understand.
When it finally strikes the teenager that the hole he has dug himself in is only getting bigger with every word that comes out his mouth, he asks for his attorney again.
So what's going on with the attorney situation?
We don't get you an
We don't
attorney.
get you
You
an
ask for
attorney.
an attorney. That's on you to get an attorney.
Okay, but I'm supposed to be publicly appointed ones.
You don't understand how the process works, do you?
It's not our job.
Well, whose job is it? Because I'm not
Your
about,
job.
I'm not about to answer a bunch more questions. I know
We're
my
not
answers.
asking you any questions, Christian. Then what question have we asked since you said you want an attorney?
Well, I mean, the thing is, he put me in these for absolutely no damn reason. I'm just sitting here cooling.
Okay.
I don't understand it.
You're being detained right now, okay? We're not asking you any questions, and it's not our job to call to get you an attorney. That's not our job.
Then whose job is it?
Yours.
Okay, well, I need my phone to do that.
Sure. You just hang tight, Christian. We're going to get the search warrant done, and we'll decide what's going to happen next, okay?
How can we get a hold?
Really? You guys don't need to contact them. They had nothing to do with it.
Well, here's the thing. You're not running this investigation, so it's not your decision on who we're going to talk to.
Well, yeah, but they're not going to talk to you.
How do you know? You don't know what somebody else is going to do.
Oh, but damn sure I do.
Okay.
Hey, yo, get my attorney, too.
Hey, yo, we don't do that.
All right, well, give me my mom. phone so I can call my lawyer. He about to come in here and kill his up.
By telling the detectives that his friends would not talk to them, he's just letting the detectives know that he has something to hide, and in this fear, he turns to the only thing that could prevent him from indulging any more secrets, acting like a tough gangster.
I was trying to be polite as hell for the first thing. Y'all start asking me some questions. Trying to be all nice to y'all. Then old Billy Badass over here thinks she has a bad, she's one bad motherfucker. Play that shit. And I'm just gonna let y'all know too, that y'all not let me see an attorney, I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you. Y'all gonna lose some fucking bank.
When the detectives eventually hand Christian his phone to get in touch with his attorney, he calls his parents out of frustration to complain about the way he's being treated, and it is here when we can see where his shocking behavior stems from.
You wanna know something that's got me super f***ed up?
What?
You wanna know something that's got me super f***ed up?
What's going on?
Well, right now, I am in the Kent County Police Department. I am chained to the floor, and they were refusing me to give me an attorney.
Well, we have to hire one. What do they charge you with?
No, this is the thing, Dad. Like, literally, they will not get me a public appointed attorney, and that's their job.
Because we can afford one. They don't have to get you one until after they're raining.
Alright, well, you're not staying in jail then, I'm sorry. Like, somebody's gonna have to bail me out.
I don't know if we can.
Yeah, you damn sure can.
What are you arrested for?
Well, for getting in a fight with that dude. I shouldn't even brought my ass down here. They're trying to pull that good cop, bad cop shit. That's hilarious. They think they got that shit all figured out. They put some OGs or something.
Christian, you know.
I'm 12. I don't give a f about them niggas.
Christian, come on now. You know, you're doing like things work for yourself. Just talking like that.
No, but the only problem, this is what I'm not understanding here, is they will not give me an attorney which is supposed to be present during this time. They have me shackled to the floor. I am not violent. I have no weapons. They have me fucking chained to the floor.
Okay. Christian, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know when we can get you an attorney. It's the middle of the night.
Alright, well, you're gonna have to come putting up with this bullshit. So, like, I'm cussing these cops out. They think they're all Billy Badass and shit. They're really not.
But all this and do is get you in a lot more trouble.
No, I got freedom of speech. I can say whatever the f I want to those niggas.
Alright, Christian, you're gonna be like that. I can't help you. I can't help you. You're gonna just get more trouble.
Alright, well, I need somebody to come bail me out.
Well, I don't know if you can. I'll have to call my office if this going on.
Alright, I'm
The way he speaks to his father with such disrespect is appalling. The same can be said about the way he behaves on call with his mother as he demands her support.
Hello?
want to come down to the police station?
Well, I have the detectives here right now.
Alright, well, what are they saying to you, and what are they searching?
For the clothes that you wore.
The clothes that were? Oh. How did you let them in the house?
So they have a warrant?
Oh, they had a warrant?
Yeah. I'm sure they don't want to wear your dirty underwear.
Alright, no.
This is not a laughing matter. I know. I'm sorry, Christian.
Yeah, like, I'm really f***ing pissed. They have me chained to the floor.
They chained you to the floor?
Yeah, I'm f***ing pissed.
Why would they chain you to the floor?
Yes. If you come down here like right now and settle this out, I'm not having it. They refuse to give me an attorney. They will not have a publicly appointed attorney come in here so I can talk with them. And that's my rights.
Yeah?
So they're breaking my rights. So basically, I'm coming back and I'm suing them for everything they had.
Gee, Christian.
Look. You got me fucking chained to the floor.
You're laying on the floor when you're chained.
Yeah. Just come down here.
Well, I have the guys here right now, so I can't leave.
So I need help. I need a lot more help than what they're doing right now.
Yeah, listen, I can't leave. I can't even go downstairs in the basement or anything
Why?
because they're doing a search. Whereabouts are you anyhow?
I am at the Kent County Jail right now.
Is that the one? Kent County,
Like I go knock on the door, but these bitches have me so the chain can't even reach the door to knock on it.
oh,
Yeah, I just really need you down here.
okay.
So
I can't leave right now. I can't leave. These guys are doing their job, and I can't leave. You know? And my phone is dying, by the way.
really need you to be here.
So, are you at the Kent County Jail House?
Yes.
Is that's what you call it?
Well, actually, damn it, hang on. I'm up. This is gonna be a struggle. Listen, Mama.
Damn it. Well, Christian, you have your phone. Can I call you back?
Well, I'd rather not. I'd rather have you
I am
come.
going to. I am going to.
You coming down here?
Yes, I am. As soon as I get a chance, I will.
All right, look.
Everything comes down here. And you're at the Kent County.
It's Kent County.
It's not with the sheriff's department.
Like what's the precinct?
Kent County Sheriff's Department.
Kent County Sheriff's. Yeah, I'm at the Kent County Sheriff's Department.
Kent County
Bro,
Sheriff's
can you
Department.
please get this out of my way?
And that's our policy.
I understand, bro. It's comfortable as hell,
Yeah,
man.
sure. It's not made for comfort.
All right, man. Yeah.
Because I do have to plug my phone in somewhere.
Okay. Well, I really need y'all to come down here and bail me out.
Okay, I will.
All right. So when am I supposed to be seeing you?
Well, I don't know how long the gentleman will be here. So I don't know.
My phone's on low battery right now too, and I'm pretty much.
Okay, well, hang up the phone and then I'll come down.
The mother on the phone saying that the cops think she doesn't know anything and she's going to keep it that way shows exactly why Christian behaves the way he does. These parents have created a monster, and Christian is so used to getting his way that he doesn't realize that certain processes, like getting an attorney, take time to become a reality.
Actually, I'm gonna call. If I go to a jail cell tonight,
I don't know.
damn,
I don't know.
that's just whack, bro.
What's that?
If I go to a jail cell, bro.
I say I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. You came down here for us to talk to you. That's why we brought you down here.
Yeah, I know, but I expect it to be like a friendly talk, bro, and then he starts getting all up in my face and everything.
That happened after you said you want an attorney, and you didn't want to talk to us anymore. That was all after. Prior to that, no one was yelling, no one was screaming, we're just talking to you. No one said anything, we're just talking to you.
I was just
your tone changed when I started saying, it's what I do. Your tone changed when I said, your story doesn't make sense. And then you're like, I'm done talking. well, that's your business. You can do that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, prior to that, no one's yelling, screaming, treating you like a grown man. That you are.
The only problem is, though, like, that I've had with, like, problems with police in the past is they'll really try to book you on anything. Like, they'll catch, like, a slight, like, mix-up in words.
Hey, I can respect hearing that. I'm not those other dudes.
Yeah, I feel you a cool
So
dude.
I'm just getting your side of the story.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I get to call you out because some of what you said isn't true. So I'm sorry. No different than if we're out in the streets and we're not in this situation and I'm just some dude and if I say, hey man, here's such and such, and you know it's not legit, you're gonna call me out on it. It's just,
yeah,
you know, and this isn't the crime of the century, but it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, man, I'm tired. I need to go to bed. If y'all think it's going to sell, can you give me a double mattress?
Look, man. All right, here's the deal. We're just kicking it, right? We're just kicking it. You watch way too much TV, dude. Like the whole getting you an attorney, and now you're asking for a double I mean, come on, man. We don't put in requests. None of that happens. That's not real. None of that's real. I mean, if you're locked up tonight, you're gonna get what you get. I mean, we don't.
Oh man, I've slept on worse, believe me, bro.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, I don't get what this kind of facade is. I mean, it's like, no, we don't put requests in for a double mattress and your own room, and this isn't a hotel. I mean,
no, that's not like a double mattress, bro. I mean like a double match.
They don't do that, dude. They just don't. No.
I mean, that's pretty whack.
But it's not supposed to be plush and.
Oh, I know it's not supposed to be pleasant. I just really don't want to go to jail, man. I got plans.
You know, you talked about that on the phone, and we were just talking, but you stopped, so.
Tired of waiting around, Christian decides to call his mother for a status update on the attorney and the police that were searching his house for any evidence against him.
Hey, everybody just left.
They did? So do you think you'd come down here now?
Are you out?
What?
Are you out?
No, I'm chained to the floor.
They told me that you will probably come home tonight, but they have a lot of questions for you, and they don't know when that will be.
Alright, well, I'm going to have the best lawyer ever there, so their questions aren't going to do it.
Well, one thing they said, this one detective guy said that they already know. They already know that, so, you know, you could tell them their names. But,
You think I'm snitching out any of my boys?
the trouble of it is that they already know who it is.
Watch for I like it.
But, they know who it is, so what I have to do is wait for you to call me when the detectives are in, but they're bringing you some clothes to put on because they're going to keep the clothes you got on. They took your boots.
Wait, they took my boots? What boots?
Your blue ones because they have dirt all over them. This is not going over well for you at all.
No, not.
Just like you said, you did some serious damage, but the thing of it is I think there's two sides to the story.
There is two sides of the story. He grabbed me by my neck, thought he was all hard ass and everything, so tried to slam me to the ground. Hell no.
And you got his butt kicked for it then, didn't you?
Yeah,
now you're going to pay the price because you overdid it.
Good. I mean, maybe he won't fuck with somebody else.
But like the detective here, he just says, he's got to answer some questions. He says he just got to answer some questions. But the thing is, it is Christian.
All right. The thing is, don't come home.
No, please come home.
Why please come home?
I want you to please come home.
Why?
Well, you don't have to tonight if you don't want to.
No, why you want me home now?
Well, because of everything that happened, they just asked me, well, you know, they're gonna let him go tonight, they won't keep him.
Wait, what?
They're gonna let you, you're probably able to get out of the detective department tonight and come home, but if you don't wanna come home, then you can do what you want.
It is only shocking to hear Christian's mother egg him on and feed into the delusions of her loving son, who had just injured a man in a fit of anger. Her going as far as to say, "There's two sides to the story," shows that, like Christian, she too is unbothered about the actual victim in this case. After being made to wait several hours for his violent and rude outbursts against the detectives, an officer finally arrives to document the injuries Christian claims to have.
Hey man, this dude's gonna document your injuries that you got to your hands, your neck.
I have injuries in my neck.
You said he choked you, right?
Yeah, he grabbed me around here.
Right. So you should have injuries there.
Yeah.
Right?
What I need you to do is stand up right here. I'm gonna take some overalls, show this is you.
I'm gonna need a little help here first.
Okay, I think that's what you're working on.
After this interrogation, an investigation ensued where police discovered a few more hints. With the information detectives have and the situation that unfolded, Christian was initially charged with assault with intent to commit great bodily harm, less than murder, which is a 10-year sentence felony. But unfortunately, Williams, a retiree from General Motors, 5 weeks after struggling for his life in a hospital, died because of the beating he had received. In big contradiction to what Christian admitted, William had suffered several fractured ribs, broken facial bones, and a fractured skull. Following his death, Christian's charge was upgraded to second-degree murder.
I'm really concerned about Mr. Hillman being free and on his own. And probably if there wasn't testimony about the man's down on the ground being hit, I'd feel differently.
Seeing his vicious crime, Christian, who was really proud of his bikes, will now only be riding them in his memories. His actions will forever haunt him. Finally, Christian Hillman was sentenced from 22 to 100 years in prison with possibility of parole. As of now, he is 25 years old. He recently lost his Michigan federal court request for a new judge to re-sentence him, along with losing his Supreme Court request for a new trial. He will be 41 before he is even considered for a parole review. I wish I could have seen how his first week in prison went with the attitude he showed us.